please hit that subscribe button. Hey everybody, better suited to win the Stanley Cup this season. If you are new to the channel, Washington Capitals, the Boston Bruins.
Locked on and he scored! And we're live. Hey everybody. So today we are continuing my favorite series where I build a line of my favorite players at each position from every NHL team, and continuing along, finishing up the California teams today, we have the San Jose Sharks. Now, before I begin, I just ask that you please hit that subscribe button if you're new, and give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, as both of those things really help out a lot, and are greatly appreciated. But let's get into it here. I'll start by saying San Jose has never been one of my favorite teams. They're never a team that I've particularly liked. However, that does not mean that there are not players on this team that I do like, and I'm certainly a big fan of some of these guys for sure, and that's what we're going to talk about. So let's get started here, starting at left wing, where my favorite is Timo Meier. He's become a really good goal scorer for San Jose. Really like what he brings to the table. Obviously, no one on San Jose had a great year this year. This season was a very rough one for the Sharks, but still, Meier's a very good player and someone that I really like a lot. At center, we have my favorite player on the San Jose Sharks, Logan Catcher, who has been one of my favorite Sharks players ever since he's been in the NHL. Just absolutely love this guy. Really good player, really talented player. Has been a huge piece of this Sharks team over the years, and I've loved watching his career progress and watching him grow into what he is now, and he's just a fantastic player, very likable guy, and someone I've always loved. At right wing, we have Kevin Lebesgue, another one of the younger guys on San Jose, but someone who has had some pretty good success goal-scoring wise early in his NHL career, and took a very cheap team-friendly contract for this season, and that's just, I like those team-first kind of guys, and he certainly could have asked for more money, and he didn't. He just signed it and played, and obviously didn't have as good of a year this year as he did last season, but no one really on San Jose did. He's still a good young goal scorer for the Sharks. Moving on to defense now. This was a tough one because I'm not particularly a big fan of Brent Burns or Erik Karlsson. So it would have been Brendan Dillon, but he got traded at the deadline to the Capitals, so he's no longer there. So picking defenseman on San Jose was a little bit tough this go around, but favorite D-man is Marc-Edouard Vlasic. Now, he certainly is not the player that he used to be, but for a long time in the NHL, he was one of the most underrated defensive defensemen in the league. He was a shutdown guy for many years for the San Jose Sharks. Now, he's obviously older. He's on the decline. His play has certainly slipped a little bit over the last couple of seasons, but Marc-Edouard Vlasic has had a fantastic NHL career. He's been a Shark forever, and just a guy that I've really always enjoyed watching, and thought was a very underappreciated player for San Jose for many years. And on D, we have a new kid, Mario Ferraro. Haven't seen, obviously, a ton of Ferraro. He was in his first year with the Sharks this year. But I have really enjoyed watching him in the games that I saw, and I just think he's a good young defenseman, someone who's, I think can bring a lot to the table at both ends of the ice, and someone who's still very young. I believe he's still only 21 years old, so he's still got room to grow and room to improve. But he had a pretty good season this year for San Jose, and I just think he's going to continue to get better. And he is definitely one of the better young defensemen that the Sharks have in that organization. And finally, that brings us to the goaltending situation, and it sure as hell isn't Martin Jones, so that leaves Aaron Dell as my favorite Sharks goalie. Dell actually played okay at points this year. He didn't have a bad season. Martin Jones on the other, I don't even want to get into Martin Jones. He's not my favorite. I don't like him. I think he's an overrated goaltender. But Aaron Dell has had a pretty good career with the Sharks in that backup role, and he's been a very solid backup. And at times when Jones has certainly struggled, he's kind of had to step in and take an even bigger role. And for the most part, he's done pretty well with that. So I would say Dell is my favorite goalie with the Sharks. So there you have it, guys. Those are my favorite San Jose Sharks. At left wing, Timo Meier. At center, Logan Catcher. At right wing, Kevin Lebesgue. On D, Marc-Edouard Vlasic and Mario Ferraro. And in goal, Aaron Dell. So again, Sharks are not one of my favorite teams. Really never have been. But there are certainly some players on that team that I like, and those are the by position the most. So with that, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description below. If you'd like to further support the channel, links to our Patreon and merchandise store are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.